Compliments to not only the host for looking so gorgeous. She always looks so good. This is Pop the Balloon or Find Love, guys. Welcome to the Talk Podcast. I will be reacting to another episode of Pop the Balloon or Find Love. I also want to say that on this episode, I've not seen all of them, right? I've seen a few, mostly clips, to be very honest. But on this episode, I must say, all the women are super attractive. They just have a very calm manner to them for the first few minutes, at least, what I've seen. And they also dress differently. Yes, some of them are dressed more short, more open, but in general, it's just, I don't know, I just find it refreshing. Does that make sense? So, this man over here, how should I put it? He's having a bit of a hard time. And as you guys know, this is not to make fun of anyone, right? I looked into it, and for me, there was not much to say because people have their choice to make. But then when we reach this woman here on the end, she's going to say something so true, so mind blowing that I did not expect her to say. And let's just play with it.
Y'all ready? Okay, let's get some matches. So let's go ahead and bring out our first single guy. Hello, welcome in. I'll have you hold that. What's your name?
My name is Alistair.
Alistair, how old are you?
I'm 36 years old.
36, okay. And what do you do?
I'm a deputy sheriff.
All right, okay. And what are some things you like to do for fun?
I like to travel. I like to go on trip.
This must be so hard, right? I mean, whoever, men, women, people who do this, go on this show, like, big ups to you, to each their own. But you just, the level of confidence.
Okay. And now, what are some things you look for in a woman?
Someone that's intelligent, very laid back, knows what she wants, can allow me to lead.
Okay. And now, what are some of your deal breakers?
My deal breakers will be smokers. That's the number one thing,
Okay.
smokers.
Got it. Okay. So we did get a couple of pop balloons. Let's go on over to these ladies and see why they ended up popping,
Yes.
okay? All right. Let's start over here. If we can have your name and age.
Alexis, and I'm 29.
And Alexis, what do you do?
I'm a realtor.
Nice. Now, why did you end up popping your balloon?
He just didn't really seem like too much my type, and I don't know about the police, honestly.
Okay.
But you're an attractive man, so no hard feelings.
Thank you.
All right. And now, Alistair, is Alexis someone that's your type?
Of course, very attractive, very beautiful. It is someone that I will approach.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Okay, let's go on to our next pop balloon over here. Okay, if we can have your name and age.
My name is Tiffany, and I'm 26 years old.
Okay. And Tiffany, what do you do?
I am an exotic dancer, but I use my money from
Exotic dancer. For everyone who does not know, just think for a second and you will know.
dancing to fund my business ventures.
Okay, all right. And now, why did you end up popping your balloon?
Well, first of all, he said that he don't, like smokers. I'm a big smoker, and I don't think, the police and an exotic dancer would mix. But other than that, I like the way you're built. I like the age. I'm into older men, so.
Okay, got it.
Thank you.
And now Alistair is Tiffany.
There's just something funny about the thank you.
Be someone that's your type?
Of course, very beautiful, very attractive. Definitely
Thank
someone I'll
you.
approach.
Okay, got it. So she said exotic dancer, police don't mix. Is that is that something that would stop you from approaching her if you knew that?
No.
Okay.
No, this is perfectly fine.
Yeah, of course, because what does approaching mean at that point so
All right,
far?
thank you.
right?
Let's go on over here. Okay, if we can have your name and age.
Yes, hi, I'm C and I'm 36.
And C, what do you do?
I'm in medical sales.
And so why did you end up popping your balloon?
Well, I just have to give it to you. You were the first guy to come out, and I know that we can only pick one guy, so I'm just waiting.
Okay. But is he someone that is your type?
Maybe if I got to know him a little bit better,
Maybe.
but right now I'm just waiting.
Okay. All right. So, Alistair, is she someone that is your type?
Very respectable individual. Looks like you can have a great conversation, and I like that. Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know if it's something, is it just me, but she's like so irritated. She's like trying to get out of it, trying to be so diplomatic about it. Like, maybe, yes, if I would sit down, I get that. It's nice to be nice, but it's okay if you're not attracted to
Well,
someone.
individual. Looks like you can have a great conversation, and I like that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go on to our next lady. If we can have your name and age.
My name is Nkiru and I'm 32 years old.
Okay. And what do you do?
I work with a pharmaceutical company as a monitor.
Okay, very nice. And now, why did you end up popping your balloon?
I don't know. He's just not my type. Like, just, I don't know. If I'm basing off of looks, he's just not my type.
Okay. And what about him is not really your type?
I don't really know. I just don't feel a connection.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And now, same thing, Alistair. Is she someone that you would approach?
She's very respectable, very beautiful. I believe all the women here are beautiful.
Okay.
So you're hearing more and more people are just popping their balloon. I need to say, I think the women are very polite and really respectful. I don't know. I think we've all seen like other clips or other shows where people really just are rude for no reason. And I said it's okay if you're not attracted to someone. You cannot force it or fake it. You shouldn't do it. It's just not going to help none of you. He seems to be very nice and respectful as well, but I don't know. It's just, for me, I think what the women are just kind of irritated by is like, he just does not have any real standard. It's like saying the same thing to everyone. And which, yes, at this point you can say that, right? I guess for men it's going to be like, yes, what else am I going to say? It's like the first second of interacting with everyone. But women, we pick that differently. So that could be a thing. I don't know. What do I know?
Thank you. Let's go on to our next lady over here. If we can have your name and age.
My name is Danielle and I'm 35.
Danielle, what do you do?
I work in human resources.
Okay. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
Honestly, it's because he's the police.
Oh. Okay. So apart from him being a police officer, he is someone that is your type?
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily go off of like looks per se. So if we had a conversation, maybe.
Okay.
But
all right.
he's the police.
I don't know. I think, to be very fair, I do want to believe that these women would give him a chance if they did have a conversation because he seems to be a respectful person, right? But I think overall they are all just not attracted to him. He's just not the most attractive person. And then working in the police force, I don't know, right? I don't know why, but what I'm assuming is, given that also they live in the States, it could be just, you know, a reason to it that maybe we cannot understand here, the distrust or whatever is going on there. Sorry for putting it that way. And also it could be that people just don't want to be attached to that because they're scared. Maybe they think, oh my God, my loved one is always in a risky situation. I cannot deal with that. Could be. Or they're not conformed with the schedule of work or the, I don't know, the rules and belief systems. Could be. So it's perfectly fine for people to dismiss that. At one point, I guess people would say, okay, doesn't make sense. It's a great job. It's safe. It's secure, whatever. But it's the same way you would literally hear men not wanting to date women who are lawyers because of certain work hours, the certain power that comes with it. We need to be honest, or whatever it could be. People are right to make their own choices.
Okay, Alistair, I know you said everyone's beautiful, but is she someone that's your type? If you saw her out, you'd approach her?
Yes, I will approach her.
Okay, and how we see this police thing is taking you out. Like, is that ever a problem when it comes to dating?
I know law enforcement is a very, skeptical career to be in.
Yeah.
I respect everyone. I joined this career because this was a calling for me.
Yeah.
And I like what I do.
Okay, good.
I'm a protector. So if you need someone to protect you, I'm someone to protect you.
Period. All right, let's go back this way. We did get a pop. If we can have your name and age.
Caprice, 32.
Okay, and Caprice, what do you do?
I am a certified Christian life coach.
Okay, and now why did you end up popping your balloon?
Just initially, it just wasn't enough bass in your voice. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, she said it. She said it like we're not gonna pretend. Women, we know this, okay? There is something about men voices that we find so attractive, right? And the reality is the more bass you have in your voice, this is not for everyone. um Women are just attracted to that. And yes, there are some men who have like more of a lighter voice, which is also very fine, but it's not only the tone of the voice, to be honest. It's just also the way you speak. Some people, they speak with so much confidence and so much, you know, you just want to listen to them. Does that make sense? It's like the teacher's effect. There's some teachers, you just sit there and they really do a good job, but it just, you just can't listen to it. Well, there's another teacher who has just a way of talking that catches the people. Does that make sense? And that's lacking, I guess. I'm sorry.
Caprice, 32.
Okay. And Caprice, what do you do?
I am a certified Christian life coach.
Okay. And now, why did you end up popping your balloon?
Just initially, it just wasn't enough bass in your voice. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
Alistair, I feel like I know what you're about to say, but you approach her if you see her out?
I'm respectable to everyone. I give everyone a chance to get to know you, sit down, have a conversation, let you know my goals in life, and ask you your goals in life. And if we do match, take it further from there.
Did I get everyone back here? Okay. We do have one more pop balloon back here. If we can have your name and age.
My name is Lexi, and I'm 27.
Lexi, what do you do?
I am a full-time biomedical science student and a birth doula.
She is so pretty. Like, her face is so beautiful. Me personally, I don't really understand this big tattoo, but she's very pretty.
Okay, and now why did you end up popping your balloon?
Well, unlike everybody else, like the police thing didn't really bother me, but like as I like kind of walked, it was like kind of like the haircut in the back is like not fully cut, and then the chap lips. Yeah,
Okay.
it's kind of a
Okay.
thing for me. So
Do you know, have you guys ever noticed that when someone, whoever says something about someone's lip or lips, someone else just feels the need to kind of, squeeze their lips or, start moving their lips around. It's
yeah.
Got it. Okay. Alistair? We all already know your lines by now.
I'm respectable to criticism. That's who I am as a person. I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. I'm from the Caribbean, so we're used to criticism. But you're a beautiful individual, and I'm thankful for having me out here. And you all are very beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm a very respectful person.
Thank you. And then we did get one last one down here. All right, if we can have your name and age.
Kiana, 32.
And Kiana, what do you do?
Well, I'm in the health field, CNA, also in real estate, and I'm the supervisor at a shoe store. So.
Okay. Kiana's doing it all. Guys, we need to wait a second. I need a tissue. But Kiana's doing a lot.
Health field, CNA, also in real estate, and I'm the supervisor at a shoe store. So yeah.
Very nice. You're very busy. And now, why did you end up popping your balloon?
I just feel like sticking to the code,
Let's hear that again.
Yeah.
Very nice. You're very busy. And now, why did you end up popping your balloon?
I just felt like sticking to the code. I didn't have no problem with the law enforcement and whatnot, but I don't know, just feel like I should be sticking to a code,
Okay.
So some people are not going to understand what's happening right now. And this other woman, she's looking at her like, I mean, that's a you problem. You do what you want. That's the look I'm getting from her. But in general, what is happening, right, is real. She might be hyper interpreting this, sticking to a code. But what I'm trying to say is this is exactly something that does happen. There are enough women out there who live by the sisterhood, by some code, which means that the moment they're a group of women, right, especially interacting with guys, one, two, whatever, one is going to set the standard. If one or two, right, especially the ones who are like the most attractive, or most of the time is not even the most attractive, just the loudest, if that makes sense, right? One of them is going to set the tone of, do we like him or do we not like him? And everyone else is just going to follow along, even if they would actually want to give it a chance, right? And that's what's happening.
What do you mean by sticking to the code? Just that's honestly like, I just felt like everybody kind of reminded me and whatnot. So yeah.
And now look at her here, the one with the orange. I might be doing a lot of interpreting right now, but look at the one with the orange hat. And remember how she said something about the voice, right? And really, no one is talking down about the voice. You cannot help what people are attracted to. And for some people, there are different reasons why the way they speak is just going to sound different or whatever, right? But think about, just go back when she said that and popped her balloon, instantly someone else popped their balloon as well, right? It was another woman expressing the ick out loud is going to affect the other woman to be like, okay, now I cannot overlook this. I'm sorry, guys. But correct me if I'm wrong.
I just felt like sticking to the code. I didn't have no problem with the law enforcement and whatnot, but I don't know, just feel like I should be sticking to a code,
Okay.
What do you mean by sticking to the code? Just that's honestly like, I just felt like everybody kind of reminded me and whatnot. So yeah, that's just life.
Sorry, I'm a little confused. Reminded you of what?
No, because I'm just mentioning about him being in law enforcement, and so I just felt, although I don't see it as a problem, there's always been a history behind it. So I just would just follow that. I don't follow too many, but I'll follow that. So yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so in her case, the reason why she, whatever she chose to follow, in her case, it was the police thing, the law enforcement thing. But basically, whatever it was, what I said is still valid because basically she initially had no issue with that, but she chose to follow along because so many other women have rejected on that point. So there must be some ick to it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Sorry.
Well, it
Okay,
doesn't
cool.
make sense, but
So, Alistair,
yeah.
is she someone that you would approach if you saw her out?
Yeah, I'm very respectable for every individual that I meet. I'm very respectable.
Got it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. All right, let's go on back. So, unfortunately, that is all of the balloons popped, but we do thank you so much for coming on. Let's give it up for
Thank
him,
you,
ladies.
thank you.
Well, I want to stop at that point. Basically, not here to talk down on anyone. I think they all kind of did a good job. They were very respectful to each other. You cannot force anyone to be attracted to you, be it how you look, your job, how you talk, whatever. I guess sometimes you would find people who are really trying to look for something that does not make sense, kind of like, oh, your jeans are not the right brand or something like that. I mean, things like that. Obviously, it's just, come on now. If you don't like me, you don't like me. But what I was really just trying to share light to was this tiny little bit of sisterhood sprinkle, the sisterhood, how it just influences women so quickly. And this is not maybe the best example. I have talked about this on my podcast before, but it would be interesting to know if you guys, women out there, have experienced this, meaning if women actually can admit to this and say, yes, it does exist, it does happen, I've experienced this, would be interesting to know how. And I don't know, in what way did you felt you had to participate in this? And for guys, would be interesting to know if you've kind of catch this effect in real time by maybe approaching a group of women you're interested in one, and then someone just sets the tone and you're out of the game. So let's see. I hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the next one. Bye.